Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about adding more storage to the Nintendo Switch. I will specifically be telling you how to add more storage to a Nintendo Switch with some easy instructions. I'll be going over 4 things that you can do to add more storage to your Switch if you're running low on storage. Now, storage can be a big deal on the Switch or it might not be. I myself have, right now at the time of filming this, all physical games. So all of my games are on physical game cartridges, okay? So there's really not that much of a need for storage for me other than the save files, and even so, they don't take up that much space for the games that I own. But if you are downloading a lot of digital games or downloading things from the digital store or storing a lot of files, big save files, some games have really big save files when you are building cities and stuff like that, right? You know, you're gonna need storage. So if you want some additional storage, these are 4 things that you can do. The first thing is add a micro SD card. If you don't have a micro SD card, that's probably the easiest and best thing that you can do, okay? Now, essentially, I just took my Switch and I flipped it upside down. We're looking at the back upside down. This is how I access my kickstand over here and my micro SD card slot. So essentially, you want to open up your kickstand just like this. Okay, and then you have your micro SD card right over there. Okay, that's the slot. So to put it in is very simple. I'll just take it out and put it back in just to show you. So essentially you get your micro SD card. You want if you're looking at the back of it like this. So if you're looking at it in the same orientation and direction as me right here, I'm looking at the back of it upside down. Okay, you want to essentially take it and make sure the label is facing you, the writing is facing you. The gold contacts are facing the opposite side, so the screen side of the Switch, and also at the bottom pointing downwards. You want to slide it into position right over here, just like that, and you want to just push it down in place and it'll click in place just like that. It's easy. You can pop it out like that, remove it, and put it back in place just like this, and then push it down and click it in place just like that. And your micro SD card is now installed, okay? It's literally that simple. I'm gonna make sure, I don't know if my Switch is turned on or not, okay? Because it's just in sleep mode right now. That's the first thing that you can do. Probably the easiest thing and probably the best thing, just because it is very good to have one of those, a micro SD card installed. It just gives you lots of extra storage, like tons of extra storage, because you can get really big ones, like really, really big ones, okay? The second thing is add a bigger micro SD card. So let's say you have a 32 gig, you can upgrade to a 64 gig. Let's say you have a 64 gig like I do right here, you can upgrade to 128 gig. There are many different sizes. I'm not sure. You should look up the specifications of the biggest micro SD card that you can put in here and any class types and stuff like that you're dealing with. Just because micro SD cards are not all built equally, right? They're built differently, and some might work, some might not work. You got to look into that. But you can likely go bigger, unless you have some massive micro SD card in there already. You can likely go bigger. So add a bigger one, right? You're gonna have to remove the old one, transfer the files from the old one to the new one, and put the new bigger micro SD card in there. You can add more storage, and they're actually really affordable, especially when you're comparing the cost of a micro SD card, for the most part, most of them, to the cost of a game. Like, you're gonna get a micro SD card, most of them, like I said, for a fraction of what it would cost you to buy a new game. And the micro SD card is a one-time purchase, whereas games you're going to keep buying on and on, okay? So just get one that's big enough that you know you're not going to run out of space. That's my advice to you, okay? Don't get one that has just enough space. It's better to spend the extra money now and just get one that's more than big enough so you don't have to worry about transferring files after. The third thing that you can do is delete old files on your micro SD card that are no longer needed or used. Let's say you have some other files on there, some old game save files, some profiles, whatever the case is, like some user profiles for your Switch, whatever you might have stored on there. You can get rid of those on the micro SD card, and that will free up some space. And sometimes a game that you haven't played in so long, and you sold the game, like you're no longer interested in having that save file, that might be one of the biggest save files on your micro SD card. So getting rid of it might save a lot of space and free up a lot of space. The fourth thing that you can do is delete unneeded stuff on the actual Switch internal memory. So on your Nintendo Switch, you actually have internal memory, and things that you have will take up internal memory space. If you have things, like I said, that you don't need, you can get rid of those from the internal memory, and that will free up some space on the actual Switch itself. That's it. Those are 4 things that you can do to add more storage to your Nintendo Switch. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more good videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.